Welcome back, and I hope everybody is safe and sound. And I also expect that you have been hitting those check boxes we have discussed in the last video, and you're making some progress. You know what are you eating. You have been hitting your at least your protein intake quota, and you've been more active than we started our journey before. So if you have no idea what I'm talking about, please go back and watch all my previous videos in sequence. That will help. That will give you some context. So what's going on at my side? Gyms are closed. They are not going to open very soon, but I'm still making good progress. I've been active thanks to my kids. I've been doing lots of home workout in this quarantine. There's no rest day for me. All 7 days I've been doing some sort of home workout, pull-ups, push-ups. I've got some bands. I've been focusing on my rear delts, side delts. It's some abs exercise. Yeah, doing whatever I can. I'm focusing on unilateral tempo-based workout. Focusing on one leg, doing Bulgarian squats, going really slow. I'm still able to stimulate my muscles. So enough of my side. Yeah, but one interesting fact in last 3 months that I have not gained a lot of weight, and I have access to a lot of food. I've been enjoying. I'm not been tracking my calories. But I'm pretty sure I've been hitting my protein intake, and yeah, I think let's discuss that interesting point, that how can you eat a lot, in fact not eat a lot, but at least to reach a point where you can have anything without guilt, without worrying to get fat. So how is this possible? So even before that, I want to touch base one very common theme of discussion every time we I think after Corona, I think this is the second favorite topic of people, that what's healthy food, unhealthy food, organic, what's good, keto is good, low carb is good. But especially, people now, they are more aware, and they know they have a list of superfood. They have access to organic, non-organic. Lots of jazz things are there. Diet Cokes are bad. So there's lots of discussion. So I will try to put an end to that discussion in this video, and I'll do some whiteboard, and we'll try to explain. And in our journey, what we are trying to do, we are trying to gain muscle and lose fat, come to a body fat percentage that we called body composition, and that's 99%. If you are in that range, good body fat percentage range, you are healthy. Your hormonal system is on track. Your metabolism is high. You look good in clothes, and so that's the first level goal. You should be relatively strong when you will follow those principles what we have discussed in last videos. So how can we do that? So we can do that by using God's amazing adaptive machine that's called our body. And our body is, if we think in a way that it has multiple factories, multiple machinery that's working on some specific part. Although it works together, let's to simplify that, there are different factories, and then they need some materials, and they need some external force, and they will produce some result. So before we jump into whiteboard, I want to there are a couple of basic things that is absolutely required to go in that state where we enjoy food and not to worry about things. So that's one thing, is our hormones. So we have like several glands that have a number of hormones. Will not go in detail, but those hormones are system to regulate our body functioning, and that goes crazy if we If we abuse our body for a very long time, if we are not sleeping enough, if we are not eating enough, we are eating a lot of food, we are slamming a simple sugar again and again, insulin can goes haywire, and something else happened, we are not very active, we are stressed out, thyroids, insulin, diabetes, and all those jazz. So we can also blame our parents for genetics, but that never helps. So by making those lifestyle changes, even our hormone system get back to rhythm. It can take little time, as I mentioned, genetics, but one thumb rule is that body always want to try to get better, heal itself, if we just change our mindset, if we change our lifestyle and do majority of the time the right thing. Another system is digestion. So if you have digestive issue, then you can forget the gains. If your food is not partitioning and your body is not able to absorb those nutrients from the food you just ate, there's no point of it. So now, regarding burning fat and building muscle, they are independent operations. Okay, so they can go in parallel. So it's nothing that first 6 months we have to burn fat and the next 6 months we need to build muscle. No, they can go together. So this is hormones system. I just mention it here because this is important. It needs some stuff like micronutrients, fibers. We need fats so that it can absorb micronutrients and all those steps. Let's start with burn fat. So what is fat? For what material we need to burn fat? We already have that. It's under our skin, so it's stored fat. Chemically, it's like CnHNON, and so we need to do something. This is called external factors. So now here, what we are doing, we are limiting our calories. So I assume you know BMA and TDE. So by increasing activity, we are increasing TDE and BMAs. So our target point is somewhere between BMA and TDE, and the difference between our calorie intake, daily calorie intake, and TDE is our calorie deficit. So if we are somewhere here and we are doing resistance training and we are recovering well by sleeping. Sorry. So if we are recovering well, sleep, stress management, and stress management. If we are doing all those things correctly, so we will have this output as carbon dioxide and water. So basically, where your fat goes, so it won't disappear. So that's why it is famous that when we do cardio, we oxidate fat and we release carbon dioxide. So yeah, that's true. You need to do more cardio on that, and it's also a form of energy. So if you are doing resistance training, then your building muscle required some material. So that's energy. So energy is carbs and fats. So carbs can give you energy if you had something before resistance training. Your fats are, as again I mentioned, stored energy, and it can help with the digestion by absorbing micronutrients. So fat is essential, carbs is for energy, and now the main part, protein. So as I mentioned, that protein is very important, and best part about protein is that it will not make you fat. If you have enough glucose in your body, and if you are eating fats on top of that, and that fat has nowhere to go, it will store under your skin. So fat can store as fat. If you have enough blood sugar in your body and body has nothing else to do with that, so it will convert that glucose into fat. Carbs can become fat. Fats can definitely become, transfer into your fat, but protein cannot. So that's why it is safe, and that's why most of the people are obsessed about protein, especially bodybuilders. And next thing is water. Water is again very important with the digestion, micronutrients, and especially it regulates your water hydration process of your body, and it can again impact hormones. So water is also very essential thing. So now this require for muscle building. If you are not getting this energy from your food, then from where it will get that energy? It will get from the above factory. Okay, so that's why we have to ensure we do this and do this. So what it will enable us? It will build our muscles and lose fat. So in case of cardio, it will definitely help you to burn fat, but only until you do that. But in case of resistance training, if you're doing it correctly, this muscle recovery process, muscle building process, it will take sometimes 6 to 24 hours, sometimes 48 hours as well, depending upon the stimulus. So that's why I am big believer that rather than eating less, increase your energy, do resistance training so that you can enjoy more food. And in food, eat tons of protein. Why? Because you won't be you won't be able, if it is more than enough, it is safe. You won't get fat with that. And and also it has satiety effect. If you eat a lot of protein, you will not be hungry, very often. So that's what I want to touch base. And coming back to healthy and unhealthy things, so let's touch base about that also. So generally, what are the healthy foods? So some organic salad, egg or chicken, or as we mentioned, the balanced diet. Salad will cover micronutrients. Egg, chicken, or sprouts will cover protein, and that's assumably perfect balance and healthy diet. And unhealthy are like pizza, ice cream, chole bhature. Those are perfect example of unhealthy food, right? So I have few parameters I want to discuss. But first of all, let's see in our daily budget. If we say one guy is eating healthy 3 meals, another guy has some sort of unhealthy stuff in his diet, but both are meeting their calories quota. Suppose both are eating 1800 calories. Okay. So biggest thing has been taken care. Okay. I'm not saying that this is good, but at least by end of the day, the guy ate pizza and the guy ate salad egg. Both are just had their calorie intake of 1800. Okay, that's good start. So now fat is saturated, unsaturated. Carbs are complex, simple, brown sugar, white sugar. Pizza is refined flour. So protein, how much protein it has, how much fibers it has, vitamins, minerals. Does it has preservatives? So all those things make a food healthy or unhealthy. So in this healthy food, everything is there. Good fat is there. Complex carbs are there. It giving consistent energy. Protein is there. Fiber is there. It is helping with your digestion. You are eating salad and fruit every day, so it has vitamins and mineral. It doesn't have any preservative, and you are meeting your daily carb. That's perfect. That's the way to go about it. There's another guy. or probably the same guy on Saturday, he decided to eat pizza. Okay. So he will have some bad fat, some simple carbs, bad source of carbs. It got some protein in it, but there are no fiber in it because that's a uh, refined flour, and combination of fat and carbs are considered to be very dangerous for you know getting fat. And there are no vitamin and mineral in that, and there are preservative because this frozen food there is extra chemical to keep onto the shelves. Okay, so that's extra chemical so that it won't rot. Okay, I understand this is bad. Now this guy is also having a multivitamin and some fiber, some sort of supplement. I'm not say advocating this, but this guy is taking all these things. Now all the missing items has been covered with this, and the only problem is the preservatives, and preservatives can cause issue with digestion, and I mentioned that digestion is very important. So if you will have this food daily for a very long time, it may not work. But in a week, we have 21 meals. If out of 21 meals, if you decide, 3 meals, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you decided to have something outside of your salad and egg, will you lose your gains? No. In fact, it is good so that it will make it sustainable. So next time when you discuss that which food is good or bad, and so it is a context based on the longevity. So if you are eating the same bad food, frozen food daily, every day for dinner or lunch or something, then it's bad. And if you are trying to sustain a healthy lifestyle, and most of the time 70-80% you are getting food from home, and trying to hit your macros, eating bunch of protein, that's why those checklists come in handy. You are eating salad, drinking enough water, having some fruit, having a multivitamins. So then you should never be worried about calling unhealthy, or you're not committing any crime. So I think that's all for today. Very soon I'll start posting my exercises videos, but I still want to know that what you want to learn, or if you have any question I want to answer, and let me know.